Yogi might have been smarter than the average bear, but he still had to resort to stealing picnic baskets when he was hungry. But if this bear, which saw somebody's trash as an all-you-can-eat buffet, had known how his meal would end, he would have chosen to hibernate instead. Before he became a media sensation for a self-licked act of heroism, Adam Warwick's career choices already arguably suggested that he was a caring and concerned citizen. Taking an interest in wildlife and ecology, he began his career in April 2000 as a field assistant and then served a year later serving as a technical advisor for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Warwick's claim to fame, though, occurred during his work as a wildlife biologist. He took on the position, which included habitat restoration and monitoring the numbers of endangered species in Florida, in February 2004. But perhaps his most bizarre encounter happened a few years later. It was 2008, and I was working as a wildlife biologist on Alligator Point, a peninsula off the Florida Panhandle, Warwick told the Financial Times. There are about 5,000 Florida black bears in the state, so there was a lot of encounters with bears in the beachfront community. During that hot summer, a fisherman reported seeing a large black bear swimming close to the shore. After several sightings of the exploring earth sign in the following weeks, Warwick kept an eye on the situation and hoped the bear would wander off by himself. One evening, our dispatcher called and said, "That bear is under somebody's house." My team and I arrived to find a 375-pound, 7 or 8-year-old bear, he told the Financial Times. Naturally, the hungry bear had decided that the neighbor's trash offered an excellent opportunity to stop for a bite. But catching the bear proved difficult. From looking at his ear tag, Warwick knew that he would be wary of traps, as he had been caught that way before. Most likely, the bear wouldn't fall for the same trick twice. Warwick decided that his team's best option was to tranquilize the beast, and Warwick's colleague successfully made the shot while the bear was distracted with his lunch. The dart hit him in the hindquarters. Usually a bear will go down in about 10 minutes. He wandered across the road that runs down the peninsula and a few cars stopped, which freaked him out. Then he headed towards the bay. The confused bear had decided that the best way to lose his chasers was to swim for it and scramble for the other side. However, while the cunning creature was testing the water, the tranquilizers started to take effect and the bear stumbled. Frighteningly, the bear was soon in deep water when the drugs really kicked in and started to do their job. With the groggy animal flailing in a desperate attempt to doggy paddle across the bay, Warwick dived in to try and get him back to shore. "I ran out on the dock and took off my shirt," Warwick said. "My friend asked me what I was doing and I said, I can't let him down. The bear had started swimming out and I dived in to head him off. At 40 yards from the shore, we met." According to Warwick, it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to save the bear's life, and his adrenaline was pumping as he swam out in an effort to reroute the animal. "I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I jumped in," he told the Telegraph. "I wanted to keep him from swimming into deeper water." The biologist then swam in front of the bear and tried to send him back to the shore by splashing him with water. However, the animal seemed to react in the same way that a drowning human sometimes does, by making a move to clamber on top of his rescuer for safety. "I think he was going to try and climb on top of me from drowning," he said to the Financial Times. "He lost his balance and went under for a second, so I swam around and grabbed the scruff of his neck to hold his head above water." That tactic, by the way, is also the best approach for saving a drowning human as well. But this again is a bear Warwick was dealing with, and quite quickly the creature threw him off. After a couple more tries and a failed attempt from a boater to help, our hero managed to get hold of the drowning animal again, and this time swim the beast back towards the bank. Finally, the biologist got the bear back into shallow water again, and it turned out to be the easiest part of the rescue, thanks to the bear's buoyancy. "It's a lot easier to drag a bear in 4-foot water than move him on dry land," he told the Telegraph. Miraculously, Warwick only sustained 2 injuries from the event, and only one of them was from his furry swimming partner. He got a single scratch from the bear, but a cut on his foot from a barnacle. Not surprisingly, the amazing rescue was all over the media at the time, and then went viral on the internet. Indeed, Warwick became so renowned for the rescue that even now, in his current job at the Nature Conservancy, he's still getting asked about it. 6 years after the fact, Warwick can't get away from his role as Ursine Savior, the Nature Conservatory wrote on its website. Curiously, some of the attention Warwick received got a little out of hand. For example, he was giving gifts of toy bears as well as marriage proposals and checks. "I didn't ever cash them," Warwick said, "but I thought it was nice." So what became of the bear? We got a backhoe down there to lift him out of the water. Then we took him to a national forest," he elaborated. Though given the nickname the Bear Man around town, Warwick eventually left Alligator Point in 2013 to pursue his current career. "I moved to North Carolina to become a stewardship manager for the Nature Conservancy," he added to the newspaper. "I work more directly with conserving habitat than I do putting my hands on bears. I miss the bears a lot, though, all the time."